Some people are on stage, they think it's Moldova, it is now.
Distinction. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Guten Abend, willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 17th of May, where we're all very Europhilistic tonight, and that's going to be the extent of my European contribution tonight. That's it. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you're doing well, and here's a message from our sponsor, JR Plays Game.
Nil points.
Nil points, yes. Nil point. Nil point. Yes. Eurovision is upon us, so if you are here, thank you for either putting on in the background or boycotting it entirely. Hope you all are keeping well this fine Saturday afternoon. It is just coming up to 8:30. It's the 17th of May, and it is time for game night. Very many thanks to Samster for that opening game of Battlefront there. Very well done to Toot. Never medalled in that game before. It's first time Toot's ever won. He tries so hard, does now cut that out. He tries very, very hard, and he's finally been rewarded with a medal for that game. Oh, it's afternoon somewhere, isn't it, JR? It's afternoon somewhere, I figured. Anyway, I hope you all are keeping well and are enjoying the weekend. It's been very bright out. It's been bright out today, and it's been quite warm and very pleasant. Madee. Oh, you're validating your account. I thought it was. Are you saying good day in a really strange way, Sam? Thank you for the question pack, by the way, the Battlefront pack there, and very much thanks to Lewis as well for proofing it. Sam actually submitted it like over a week ago, and I just didn't bring it into the database until like yesterday. So I was like, Lewis. Yeah, Sam's pack's finally in, but it's on me. So I am tonight, of course, sponsored by HUD 601, who I don't think is here because he's probably off doing his own thing. But yes, I got the HUD 601 baby blue merch on this evening. We got a double bill of fun games, a double D, in fact. Yeah, that requires two buttons. A double D, Distinction and Data Leak coming up tonight. Distinction is up first. It's been written by Proogs. It's been proofed by Topper. I had a cursory glance at it as well, and there's some good stuff in here. I think we'll have a really good time with it. Coming up a bit later on, we've got Data Leak, as written by JR. It's the first. It's quite recently played Data Leak. We only played it Thursday, week before last. But I'm very grateful to JR for the pack. I've proofed that one. And I can, again, say there's some really good stuff in it, so we'll hopefully have a good time. Hopefully all my software holds up at this end tonight, unlike Danger Zone, which slightly fell over on Thursday. And again, apologies to Fluffy, who is going to provide 2 fresh rounds, and we will replay that pack of Danger Zone at some other time in the future. But I'm not going to dwell on the past. I'm going to focus on positive things and looking forward to tonight's stream. Let me say hello to all of you who are here. Good. I've got 2 raid messages that I've got a thumbs up next to. Both of them are JR's so far. There's a couple come in. I may not read all the raid messages as they come out. I don't want anyone to feel sad if I don't highlight yours. But but I've got a couple in so far. So if you do want to suggest a raid message, if something amusing happens during the stream, or I misspeak, or anything really, you can type a hashtag before your message into the chat, and it'll log it in my operator software, and then I'll pick my favourites later on to be our raid message, and you get some bonus pennies, which would be very nice. Good evening to everyone. Hello to SJ and ABME, to Connors. Good evening, Arun and Solomon, JR, Lupine, BC, Ardenfetch, Samster, Stilgar, CJ, Fluffy, Toot, Naughty Goff, Proogs, me, I'm here. It tracks me now, because otherwise it doesn't track my persistent Twitch chat, which is a shame. Vegan Clapson Gamer, good evening to you, and Kegler Coach, Innis and Jogging, Pyro and Apodo, Flyboy, Conradlak, Curse Toucan, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for what promises to be a super fun game night. And if indeed you have got Eurovision on in the background, then do enjoy it. It's not my particular brand of vodka, I have to say, but yeah, if you're if it's for you, then I hope you have a really good time with it tonight. So, we have got a few players in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 names have come up on my log thus far. No spoilers for Doctor Who, please. Proves. None at all. I haven't seen it, and I've heard things about this one that it's effectively, it might be a sort of feeder episode to the 2-part finale. So please, I beg of you, I implore you, no spoilers for Doctor Who. I will probably be going to watch it post-stream later on. But yeah, no spoilers for Doctor Who, if you please, but thank you. But I'm glad it was good, Prude, so I'll look forward to discussing it with you a bit later. I really enjoyed this series, actually, I have to say. And I didn't hate the last series. The series 1, it seemed to attract a lot of vitriol. Season 1. It was actually season. I don't know. It's probably a good thing they've reset, because I can't remember where we're up to now. It depends if you count Flux as a season as well. So that's probably what they decided. They can't decide, oh, well, because we had Jodie Whittaker 11 and 12, and then Flux, and then the specials. So is it 13? And it's the 14th Doctor? So, or is it, he's the 15th Doctor? Yeah, because Tennant was, I don't even know. Yeah, Capaldi was 12, Whittaker was 13. I don't know if this is going to come up later tonight, but proper Whovian nerdistry coming at you right now. Season Weason, yeah, wibbly wobbly timey wimey indeed. We're going to have some wibbly wobbly timey wimey when I catch up on iPlayer a bit later on. Anyway, I'm going to stop rabbiting on because it is 8:30, which means we need to get on with our first game. We are playing Distinction. It's been written by Prudes. It's been proofed by Topper. Thank you very much to both of them. Hope you're ready to play at home. Here comes TVP just before the end of the sting. Here comes the boying. And let's play Distinction. I love it when it just works, and I've got all my notes in front of me. So, in round number 1, you've got 3 boards up there. 2 of them have got 10 answers. 1 of them has got 11 answers on it. All you need to do is be the first player to give me any answer from the board, or from any of the boards. Answers can come from anywhere. They can come from... you can only give me 3. I should probably add that. You can only give me a maximum of 3, but those 3 can come from anywhere. They can come all from the same, 1 from each, or 2 from one from another. It's entirely up to you. But only the first player to find the answer will get points for it. And you get 20 points if you can identify one. Plus there are 3 bonuses. There is 1 bonus chosen at random on each board, which will be worth double points, 40 points if you can find it. So technically, you've got 80 points available in this round if you find 3 answers. No, there's more than that. There's 120 points if you can find all 3 bonuses. It's not happened before, but it's not beyond the remit of possibility. These boards will be exhaustive, which means there will only be 10 or 11 in the case of board 1 answers per board. Any other answers will be factually incorrect rather than just omitted. Based on the criteria that you get. So it's fast and furious. If you get an answer within 5 seconds of the first player to get the answer, you get some pity points, and it doesn't count towards your contribution of 3. But that's all you've got to do. Fill in the boards as quickly as you can. So fingers on devices. Good luck to you all. And we are looking for London Underground lines, reference minerals on the Mohs hardness scale, and the last 10 US vice presidents. Off we go. A lot of answers coming in, and my log is being much smoother. There's our first bonus. There's our second bonus. Joe Biden quartz, and 1 more bonus over on the underground lines. It's going to read you all 11 lines categorised as London Underground, so this does not include Overground, DLR, or Elizabeth Line, etc., just to let you know. The 10 minutes... Oh, there's 1 left on the Underground lines, and it's the... There it goes, Waterloo and City as the final bonus there. 10 minerals used on the Mohs hardness scale as references for integer numbers, and the last 10 people to be Vice President of the USA, including the incumbent. So, there we go. Just Mohs mineral hardnesses to be found now. There's 3 of them up there. Can you get them? Can you clear the board? 5 seconds if you're fast. 1 to go. Can anyone get it? Oh, just out of time. We were so close. Look at all those bonuses appearing in a nice straight line. Oh, we were so close to clearing out. Oh, goodness me. We could have had such joy.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. But you've done jolly well. 30 out of 31 answers is very impressive indeed. Have I got any notes that I need to regale you with? So talc is number 1 on the Mohs hardness scale, up to diamond, which is number 10 on the Mohs hardness scale. A couple of the quartz. Quartz's structure is a continuous framework of silicon dioxide molecules in a tetrahedral arrangement. And I'm glad I've got this font because that's very, very small. But this font is helpful. Corundum, very well done to Sam finding that. It's a form of aluminium oxide. With chromium, it's a ruby, and with other transition metals, it's a sapphire. And then I've got the dates of all the vice presidents as well. What did we miss? What was the one that we missed? I can reveal the missing answer was appetite. I think that's how you say it. Just about to be, yeah, appetite. That would have been your missing answer. Bad luck, Pyro. Just the clock just beating you there. I've lost my appetite. That's a good one. JR, you've done 3 raid messages now, and I've ticked all 3 of them. So you're in a good position at the moment. Incidentally, Prugs, I don't know if you can tell me, but you selected, when you submitted the left-hand board, you selected to shuffle. Can you tell me whether they did shuffle? Because I've only got them logged in the order in which, if they did shuffle, that's the order that I think they have, and the other 2 are in order, because that's now an option on the writer's template. You can choose whether or not they appear shuffled on the board, and I think they have, because did you submit them in alphabetical order? have a feeling you did. That makes me happy if that is the case. If it's not urgent. I mean, I've probably got the spreadsheet. I can go and have a look in a minute. Just to give you the years: Nelson Rockefeller 74-77, Walter Mondale 77-81, George H.W. Bush 81-89, Dan Quayle 89-93, Al Gore 93-01, Dick Cheney 01-09, Joe Biden 09-17, Mike Pence 17-21, Kamala Harris 21-25, and J.D. Vance 2025. And the incumbent. Very well done, everybody. 3 bonuses being found as well by, is that Fetz, Sam, and Arun, I believe. Who said Joe Biden? Let me have a look. Who said Joe Biden? Or who just said Biden? It was Fetz. Arden Fetz was the one who got Biden there, so well done. That's the end of the round. Let's go to the VR headset of news and see how we're doing at the end of round 1. I think they're alphabetical as well, so that's good that's worked. You can shuffle individual boards now if you want to. Right, let's take a look at the scores, see how you've done. Tukan and Solomon yet to get off the mark. I've got to press the button every time now, haven't I? Likewise, Marcini, Grams, and Carners. Nebula, Kegler, and Jay are managing to get 5 points out of that, with some pity points for a late answer, as it were. Conrad, Lack, and Boeing both getting 5. Ben and AB Me up to 10. Silver Electron on 15. Woollyback is our first player to actually get a first answer with 20 points. Abodo also on 20. Pyro's on 25. And then Billion on 45. Fetz on 50. Clive on 55. Ralph is tied on 60 with Fluffy Bunny, and then into our top 5, Toot and Flyboy on 65, Sam in 3rd with 70, and a tie at the top between Arun and Enka after round. Bloody Nora, very well played you two after the first round. You're both in the lead with 75. Well, that's a very fast and furious opening round, and you've all done well. Let's see if anyone else want to come and join the game. Now is your opportunity to do so. There is the room code in the chat as well as on the broadcast. Anyone wants to come join, now is the time to do so. But if not, we're going to move on rapidly to our second round. We've got 3 boards, but this time we're going to have them one at a time. Let's find out more about it as we go to round 2. Oh, well, there's a refresh coming in from AB Me. Everything okay, AB Me? Is because you've just refreshed your account. Is everything okay? I hope everything's okay. Stream had a hiccup. Yeah, fair enough. If stream hiccups, unless it's your internet. So my internet just died earlier on. I don't know if the dog accidentally turned the socket off and back on, but yeah, it just sort of conked out for about 4 minutes, which was quite annoying. Anyway, round 2. Okie dokie, here we go, round 2. In this round, you need to give me one answer and one answer only. You've got 30 seconds. He's moonlighting in IT. I hope he doesn't take up that moonlighting this evening. Yeah, one answer and one answer only. You've got 30 seconds to do it, but you need to give me the rarest correct answer. By rarest, I mean answers that fewest other people in the chat or in the game will have said. Because the fewer people who say it, the more points you get. Obviously, as long as it's correct. No points for incorrect answers. Yeah, there are 6 answers on this board. So you've got 30 seconds to come up with the one that you think fewest other people will say. As ever, with this game, it's better to give me an obvious correct answer than no answer at all. So, give me something. If you get to sort of 10 seconds left, it might be worth just giving me something, just so you've got something on the board. But there are 6 to choose from. And on this first board in round 2, we are looking for countries with the word "and" in their English names. I will stress it is the word "and". Oh, there's going to be some tears. There's going to be some tears here. There's some very, very clever people who have, unfortunately, are going to be penalised because, well, you'll see in just a minute because that's time up the wrong answers. Andorra, Thailand, England, Finland, Poland, Iceland, Rutland, and Andorra. Very clever, but unfortunately, yes, the word "and". I suppose you could try and make the argument that the word "and", I could have put "and" with a space either side of it. But yeah, that might have been a clue. England, Finland, Poland, Andorra. Are there any other lands? Finland, Queensland's a state, isn't it? But yeah, that's why there's only 6. Unfortunately, Solomon Fetz, Boeing, Nebula, Keglergrams, Woollyback and Marcini, I'm not going to be able to give you any points on that one. Oh, what a shame. But everybody else did give me a correct answer, which is great. Let's calculate the points and see what it says for me. And double check whether you need to condone anything before progressing. I do not. Oh no, that's already. Has that already got that bit's already gone. It's too late now. Right. Going through the answers, you have covered 5 out of 6 of the answers. There's one answer that nobody said. So let's reveal from the most popular answer, 5 players, each getting 20 points for Trinidad and Tobago. Connors, Conradalak, Flyboy JR, and Apodo saying Trinidad and Tobago for 20 points. That's in the Caribbean, of course. Well done. We've then got a tie. 2 lots of 4 people, all of them getting 40 points. First of all, 4 people saying St Kitts and Nevis, Sam, Clive, Ben, and Pyro. St Kitts and Nevis is Commonwealth and in the West Indies. And also 4 people getting 40 points for Bosnia and Herzegovina by Plum Decider, Silver Electron, Ralph, and Billion. That's an ex-Yugoslavic Bosnia and Herzegovina. We have then got just 3 people getting 50 points for St Vincent and the Grenadines, AB Me, Toucan and Toot. That's again in the Caribbean. Sounds like a Pope and his backing singers. St Vincent and the Grenadines. It does a bit, doesn't it? Oh, lovely stuff. Well done there, you 3, 50 points, and 2 players each getting 60 points. Well done for this. Sao Tome and Principe, Inca and Fluffy Bunny. That's a pair of small Central African islands. Staying in the Caribbean, I believe. Anyone want to tell me the missing answer before I reveal it? Who's going to tell me the missing answer? I'm sure you can work it out. It's in the Caribbean, one of the smallest countries in the Caribbean. It's just 170 square miles. Yep, Pyro and AB Me getting that with Antigua and Barbuda. Turks and Caicos, that's a good question. And Turks and Caicos Islands is a British overseas territory, which means I guess it's not formally recognised by the UN, maybe? Turks and Caicos Islands. That's an interesting question. Tom and Jerry. But yes, we're looking for countries whose official short form English name contains the word and. Anyway, very well done. Most of us getting some points out of that. And Silver Electron, Naked Grammar, Woollyback, and Clive. Welcome all of you to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Let's clear the board and move on to another. Boing. Okay, 7 answers on this board. Nothing more interesting in my notes on this one. So, fingers on devices. 30 seconds to give me the rarest answer, but remember, do at least give me a correct answer. I'm looking at this, and there are at least 2, if not 3, that I think are quite obvious, and then a few slightly more rarefied ones. See what you can do with this. 30 seconds. We're looking for books of the Protestant Bible beginning with M or N. Clive, it's just... Here's the thing, my dude. It only logs your name when you type in the public chat. It doesn't log your name if you join the game. Maybe I should change it so that it logs you when you join a game. Maybe. But welcome. Yeah. I just think that it's... I think everyone... You know what? You know, just for that, Clive, since you're talking about spite... Everyone say welcome Clive and get 133 pennies for it. There you go. Oh, yeah, I turned it around. Turn the banter around. There's a message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
Welcome, Clive.
Welcome, Clive. We got a couple of raid messages coming in as well with welcome, Clive. Know how he's going to react to it. I thought it was funny. I've got to give the thumbs up to the first one that came in, which was Proogs' suggestion. Jogging and Stilgar also suggesting that one. Jerry and TVP, welcome to the stream. While we're at it. There we go. Everyone got some pennies. Clive, you're still top of the leaderboard. It's not bullying. No, it's Clive doesn't like being welcomed. It's good quality digital banter. Look alive, it's Clive. Indeed it is. Anyway, Yeah, it's equality. It is indeed. Right, everyone but Graham's getting an answer in there. I don't know if they're all correct. Let's take a look at the wrong answers. Hey, this is from our sponsor, Fluffy Buddy.
I am so glad to be part of a community where we don't single out individual players.
To be fair,
Laughing face.
thank you for the 100 bits, Fluffy Bunny. But in my defense, Clive did start it. So, wrong answers here. Moses, Methuselah, Moses, and Nathaniel. Methuselah, Moses, and Nathaniel are all characters in the Bible, or historic figures in the Bible, depending on your interpretation, but not books in their own right. So, bad luck to Solomon, Flyboy, Nebula, and Marcini. No points for you. Everyone else getting a correct answer. Did you cover all 7? You did not. You covered 6 out of 7, so just missing one of them again. And we've got a tie in second place. 2 lots of 2 people, and then one distinct answer, which is very interesting. Only one player said. Let's go through them. First of all, this was one of the ones I thought was the most obvious. Not the most obvious, but 8 players have gone for this. He's getting 20 points for Numbers. Toucan, Billion, Connors, Boyne, Clive, Silver Electron, JR, and AB Me. Yes, the Book of Numbers from the Old Testament. 5 players getting 30 points for Malachi. Or is it Malachi? I think it's Malachi or Malachi. Apodo, Ben, Ralph, Toot, and Sam all getting 30 points for, I think it's actually pronounced Malachi. Or it might, no, is it Malachi? Maybe it's Malachi. Anyway, Book of Malachi again, it is Kai. It's in the Malachi. That's in the Old Testament. 3 players getting 40 points for Micah, Plum Decider, Pyro, and Inca. It's the Book of Micah, another prophet in the Old Testament. Then into our ties. It's curious these 2 have been tied because 2 players, each getting 60 points for Matthew, Fluffy Bunny, and Kegler. And 2 players are getting 60 points for Mark, Fetz, and Conradlag, 2 of the New Testament Gospels, Matthew and Mark. They were the 2 I thought were perhaps the more obvious ones. But again, sometimes in this game, going for the obvious answer is not the best way to go. The old double bluff. The distinction double bluff. So it means congratulations must be rained upon Woollyback as the only player to say Nehemiah. Very well done for 70 points. That from the Old Testament as well. The one you didn't get, I would have struggled to name this one, to be honest. Does anyone want to have a punt? Now the clock's off. Incidentally, we shouldn't be Googling after the fact. I'm sure nobody is, but we shouldn't be Googling at all during the quiz until the question is completely dead and resolved. In fact, wait till the quiz is over before going to Google. It just saves temptation because, of course, Googling is hard and fast against the rules. But Apodo is right there. Nahum is the missing answer there. The Book of Nahum, again, an Old Testament book. I think I've killed that Nightbot command, JR. I need to put it onto the controller. Had to Google antidotes. Would you have let me die? What? I don't know what... No, I wouldn't have let you die, Clive. I wouldn't. Wouldn't do that. Shall we move on? I'm confused. Let's move on to another board. Okay, you're going to stress to you, you need to read this question carefully. Because whilst there might be some generosity in the condonable answers, this is after a very specific part of a name, okay? A very specific part of a name. Normally names we're a bit charitable with, but here it's slightly breaking the convention, so do read the question carefully. 5 answers in this, or on this board. You're looking for the rarest. 30 seconds to tell me any of the first names of Take That band members, past and present. I knew 3 of these. I might have guessed a 4th. And that is time up. I think just the 2 incorrect answers in there. Coming from Apoda going for Swiper and Boyne going for Joe. Both of those incorrect, and no answer there from Grams. Guess what, boys? They actually worked. You guess what, TVP? Hey, they all count. So, did you cover all 5 is the next question. You have, and actually they're quite well attended, all of them. The least popular answer is a tie. There's 2 least popular answers, each with 3 players going for them. So let's take a look through. 7 players, first of all, getting 10 points for Jason, Pyrofets, Clive, Ralph, Kegler, Inca, and Woollyback. Yes, Jason Orange. I'll take that. 10 points for you, 7. 6 players getting 20 points for perhaps the most obvious one. Robbie, AB Me, JR, Flyboy, Silver Electron, Ben, and Nebula. Yes, Robbie Williams, of course, formerly a member of Take That. 20 points for you, 6. We've then got 4 players, I beg your pardon, getting 30 points for Howard, Sam Toot, Connors, and Conradalac. Howard Donald. The rather interesting name. 30 points for you 4. Well done. And then a tie at the top. 50 points for the 3 players who said Mark. That's Solomon, Billion, and Marcini. Mark Owen. And the other one that was perhaps most obvious, another 3 players going for Gary, as in Gary Barlow. Plum Decider, Fluffy Bunny, and Toucan getting Gary Barlow for 50 points. Howard Donald, not a duck. Indeed so. Howard Donald, not a duck. Whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back? Want you back. I said I want you back for good. Great song, that. I quite like Take That. I think they did some bangers. They really did. I didn't like them when they were first around. I think they were possibly a little bit early for me. Because they broke up in, 1996? Which was just before I started really listening to music in a more meaningful way. Nice to see the Bible guy getting work again. Which Bible guy? The Bible guy? Who's the Bible guy, Jerry? Anyway, well done. Oh, hi, Mark. Load new round 2 board. No, that's not what I want to do. We want to go check out the VR headset of news. That's the wrong state caption. Oh, well. Oh, hi, Mark. Let's take a look at the scores at the end of round 2. Oh, yeah, the Bible guy. I get it. I get it now. The Bible guy, yes, shows up in 2 questions. Mark, most popular name of the stream. Let's take a look at the scores. Graham's possibly AFK. We've not had an answer from him for a while. Nebula is on 25. Top marks. Very good. Boeing also on 25. Solomon and Marcini on 50. JR's got 65. Apono and Connors are on 70. Kegler's on 75. Silver Electron's on 95. Woollyback Ben and AB Me all tied up on 100. Flyboy on 105. Pyro and Conradalac on 115, Fetz and Toucan on 120, Clive on 125, and Ralph on 140, not moving from 7th place. Let's take a look at the top 6 at the end of round 2. Billion on 155, Sam on 170, Toot 175, Inca in 3rd with 185, Plum Decider is in 2nd with 205, but into the lead now with 230, it's Fluffy Bunny. So much to play for as we head towards round 3. Opportunity to come and join if you'd like to do that. The room code is right there. The unicorn is right there. And yeah, come join the game. If you're lurking on the periphery but you think you fancy a go, if you think that looks like a bit of fun, you can come and join the game now. Before we head to round number 3. This is all going down very well so far. We've done very well on these boards. Saying round 1, we only missed 1 answer. Round 2, we only missed 2 answers. I wonder how we'll get on with round 3. It's a very rare form from... Not at all, Fluff. Didn't you win Crossfire on Thursday? I don't think it's rare form. And did you get 3rd or 4th in Risky Business? I think you do yourself a disservice, sir. But yeah, can you hang on to that lead? That is the question. We've got 1 more round before the final. So let's go to round number 3 and see what we're going to be looking at. Whoa, that's a big board. That is a big board. That is a thick board. 13 answers. I didn't quite realise how high it went with the 13 answers. That is a big boy, a chonky boy. He got chonk. Yes, huge. So tall, we're not going to be able to see the questions drop. Fortunately, I will be able to read it to you, and also it will appear on your devices. If you're not playing, then you'll just have to listen to the dulcet sounds of my voice in order to know what that question is. So you might be able to work it out when the answers start coming in. In this round, we're doubling the points up from round number 1, so everything is worth double 40 points if you're the first player to find one of the correct answers, and 60 points if you can find one of the 3 bonuses. Again, there is one on each board. So yeah, technically, is it 60 points for a bonus? How much is it for a bonus in the first round? Is it 30 or is it 40? I can't remember. I don't debug that information. I probably should. Nobody knows. Da, 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 da. Maybe it is. I think it's plus 50% for the bonus. No, exactly. Yeah. I mean, God forbid I should know. I should know my own format. So there's quite a variety of boards up here. These three boards are quite varied. Unlike in round one, these boards are not necessarily exhaustive, though they might be. Okay, it's up to you to decide. But if an answer isn't going through and you can't see it up there, it might be it's just been omitted from the list. So you've got to think a little bit further. Yeah, we'll see how we do. Good luck to you all. There are, I can't even do 10, 20, 30 plus 3. There's 32 answers up there, if my maths is any chuck. Let's see how you do. Good luck to you all. And we're looking for UK cricket grounds that have hosted at least one men's test match, games in Jackbox Party Packs 2, 3 and 4, and prime numbers from 1 to 100 that contain the digit 3. All right, 30 seconds. Prime numbers are all cleared. A few more cricket grounds to find and some more Jackbox games as well. No bonuses, curiously. I don't know where the bonus went from the prime board. That does happen occasionally where there's not a bonus. Any more for any more? Last 2 seconds if you're quick. 28 out of 32 answers found. So you've done jolly well there. I don't know what happened to the bonuses. I couldn't tell you. Well, let's go through the wrong answers. Maybe it'll tell me where they are. Yes, Bramall Lane and Bracketeering were your 2 bonuses. I don't know where it went from the right-hand board, but yeah. Also missing Riverside Ground and Bomb Corp in the Jackbox games. So just go through these cricket grounds. They've hosted at least one men's test match. Birmingham have hosted 55. Sorry, Edgbaston, which is in Birmingham, has hosted 55, beg your pardon. The Rose Bowls in Southampton has hosted 7. Headingley in Leeds has hosted 81. Lords, St John's Wood, London has hosted 145 matches. Sophia Gardens in Cardiff has hosted 3. Riverside Ground, which nobody found, in Chesterland Street has hosted 5. Old Trafford in Stretford, Manchester has hosted 84. Trent Bridge in Nottingham has hosted 65. The Oval in Kennington, London has hosted 106, the first in 1880. And Bramall Lane in Sheffield has only hosted 1 in 1902. As to your Jackbox party packs, TKO from Pack 3, Trivia Murder Pack from Pack 3, Quiplash and XL and Quiplash 2 from Packs 2 and 3 respectively. Survive the Internet is from Pack 4, Bomb Corp from Pack 2, which is one of the ones we missed, Monster Seeking Monsters in Pack 4, Guespionage in Pack 3, Fibbage 2 and 3 from Packs 2 and 4, Bidiots from Pack 2, Bracterin from Pack 4, Earwax from Pack 2, Faking It from Pack 3, and Civic Doodle from Pack 4. And I have no notes to give you on the prime numbers, but they just are. They are only divisible by themselves and 1. Note here from Prudes, which I might have mentioned beforehand. Games included in Jackbox Party Packs 2, 3, and 4. Any games that have appeared in more than one of these packs as a sequel have been merged into a single answer. So I possibly could have mentioned that before. But never mind, we all got through it, and you did jolly well, has to be said as well. Floor-to-ceiling quizzing. I like that from Fluffy Bunny. Floor-to-ceiling quizzing. Yes, because that is a thick boy. So I think we've decided 12 is probably the upper limit of answers in these rounds. And when it's... wow, that's the thing, because normally what I do with that is I zoom the camera back out a bit, don't I? But I haven't got access to it anymore, so maybe I need to make the camera just a little bit wider anyway. Anyway, that is the end of the round. I'm just going to make a note of something. Q after final board of round 2 in distinction says load next board. It goes to the leaderboard, but Q might be wrong, question mark. Just going to note that down for me to check later on. Let's go to the VR headset of news and find out what the scores are and who is going to be in the final this week. Oh, Grams has appeared, getting 5 points. Marcini's on 55. Nebula's and Boying are on 65. Carter's is on 70. Solomon on 90. Silver Electron and JR on 105. Flyboy's on 110. Toucan on 120. Fetz 125. Woodyback and Ben on 145. Conradlac on 155. Kegler and Apodo also on 155. Pyro 160. Clive 170. ABME 190. 220. And our top 6 tonight, Inca 235, Billion 240. We've got a tie, Fluffy and Ralph on 275, Plum Decider in second on 295, and it's Sam who takes the top spot with 300. So it's going to be Sam, Arun, and either Ralph or Fluffy. The countback, I can't remember. It's either who got more points in round 2 or who was further ahead in round 2. We will find out. I have a feeling it's Fluffy because Fluffy was at the top at the end of round 2. I think it's who got the most points in round 2. But we will find out. I'm not going to commit to that. I think it's probably Fluffy, but I don't know. We will wait and see who gets brought into the final in just a minute. So Ralph and Fluffy, stand by. One of you will be joining Arun and Sam in this week's Distinction Final. Have them share the podium. Wouldn't that be fun? Occasional missing bonus in the quickfire. Does that maybe take a runner? I think AB me. Sorry, I know I shouldn't look at suggestions mid-game, but I think what might happen is that it might be taking the board with the greatest number of answers and picking a random number between 0 and that number. So if it picked like number 12 for the right-hand side board, then yeah, then it wouldn't put a bonus. It's probably something like that. Or an off by 1 or something. I will go and check the code, but thank you for noting it because I do need to go and check that. So it's time for the final. If you're not in the final, don't worry because you've still got a very important job that you have to perform for this final. Okay, because without our non-finalists, our finalists have nothing to play against. So, welcome on in, Jerry. Just coming in for the final. Lovely stuff. Taking a seat up there next to AB me. Right, I think we should get on with the final and see what we've got in store. Let's go there now. And Samples, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. And just in time for the Distinction Final. So, it is Ralph who's gone through. It turns out it's Ralph, Sam, Arun, and Ralph. Apologies, Fluffy. That's just the way it goes, I guess. I don't have any more information to hand. But yes, it's I trust the logic though. So Sam, Arun, and Ralph. In a minute, you're going to go left to right, then right to left. Give me 2 answers each based on the survey that's about to be done of our remaining players. Players in, non-finalist players. You are going to have 1 minute to give me up to 5 answers. I'll put the criteria on the board. And as before, you want to try and give me the rarest answers. Give me the answers that you think fewest other people will say, because the fewer people who say it, the more points it is worth to you. In a moment, once you've given those answers, our 3 finalists are going to try and find answers that nobody thought of. And if they can do that, they can keep their score. However, for every player who gives an answer that they say, they will lose 5 points from their total. If they give me a wrong answer, or if more than 20 people give the answer, they lose the maximum of 100. And at the end of 2 passes, the player with the highest score will be the gold medalist. So these are our gold, silver, and bronze players, but what order remains to be determined. First things first, 60 seconds on the clock for our audience players. And as ever, I give this advice, you're best off first 30 seconds, maybe start thinking of some of the rarer ones. In the last 30 seconds, if you've not got 5 answers up there, maybe go for some of the more obvious ones, because even if lots of people say it, it is still worth points. Okay? Still worth points. I'm going to check something. I'm going to check something real quick. Because of something has just occurred to me. Yeah. Okay, the easiest way I can qualify this without giving the game away is that you need to give the full names of the musicals. If you try something and it doesn't work, try giving it its full name. I will explain more what I mean by that in just a minute. But yes, try and give me some of the rarer ones first, but try and get 5. That's what we're going to try. You want to get 5 answers in. If something you're expecting to work doesn't work, give me the full name. Let's take a look at our round 4 board. JR's way ahead of you. Musicals scored wholly or partly by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Off you go. Okay, 30 seconds to go. Now, did I add a log when people clear up? I did, but it's broken. Clive and 2 to Fab 5. Why is that broken? Inca, Silver Electron and Ben of Fab 5. Fetz is Fab 5. Pyro's Fab 5. Billion is Fab 5. And that is time up. A little bit of grace time. I'll tell you why I'm laughing at a bit. So I added in a log into this, so it raises it. When someone hits 5, it logs it. But I've forgotten to turn the rich text parsing back on. So instead of changing the color, it's just giving me color equals hash FFC045 and then the message. So it's nice and clear for me. But yeah, that's yeah. That's what amused me during that. Okay, a total of 78 answers have been played, and I can tell our 3 finalists that there are... You're going to go to my hotel, you sent me... I'm sorry, Clive. Very sorry. Don't blame me, blame Proogs. There are 3 distinct answers. That is, there are 3 answers that nobody said. As I said to the audience, I would encourage you to give me as full a name of the title as you can, but I can, of course, override for you guys if I deem it to be suitable. So, Sam, we're going to start with you. You're on 300 points. Can I have your first answer, please? Love Never Dies. Love Never Dies. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is indeed. It's a 2010 musical. And that's all I'm going to say for now. Love Never Dies is a correct answer. How many people said Love Never Dies? Just the one. A great start from you there, Sam. Minus 5 points. You're tied with Arun, still technically ahead because you came in the lead. Pressure now on our other 2 players. Arun, can I have your first answer, please? The Beautiful Game. The Beautiful Game. Is that a right answer? It is indeed. Great answer. It's from the year 2000 with book and lyrics by Ben Elton. I'm not going to say any more on that until later on because I don't want to give away spoilers in case there might be information in the trivia that hints towards other answers potentially. So I'm not going to say any more. It is a right answer, The Beautiful Game. How many people said The Beautiful Game? Just the one, losing 5 points. Sam won't stop going about his works. You're down to 290. You're still in second place, Arun. Ralph, you've got to give 2 answers, so a lot of pressure on you now. Can I have your first answer, please? There are still 3 distinct answers available. Aspects of Love. Aspects of Love. Is that right? Yes, it is. From 1989. It featured Michael Ball. And I've got a note here. Theatre musicals where the music was scored, created by Andrew Lloyd Webber, either fully or partially collabed. Why do the host notes in R4 of distinction? Why are the host notes in R4 of distinction prepended with 1? I need to check that. It might be a data error or it might be a coda, a logic error. We'll find out. Aspects of Love is correct. How many people said Aspects of Love? 3 going for Aspects of Love, losing 15 points there. Ralph, you're down to 260. So scores, or ordinal positions of the scores, are the same as when we came in. Ralph has got a little bit more catching up to do, but it's still pretty close at the top. It could still be anyone's game. We're going to go the other way. Ralph, can I have your second answer, please? Starlight Express. Starlight Express. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is. One of a few musicals by Lloyd Webber that I saw at the West End. From 1984, recently revived in the Wembley Troubadour Theatre, previously Fountain TV Studios. So it has come back recently. Doesn't know if that will make it more popular or less popular. Let's find out. How many people said Starlight Express? Ooh, quite a few. 10 went for Starlight Express. You lose 50 points on that, Ralph. It's not all over yet. Arun and Sam have still got to give me correct answers with fewer than 20 people saying them. But Starlight Express was quite a popular answer. No, we have that many Germans. Very good. Arun, can I have your second answer, please? I quite like Starlight Express for what it's worth. It's not his best, but... Whistle Down the Wind. Whistle Down the Wind. Is that a right answer? Certainly is. From 1996. How many people said Whistle Down the Wind? Just the 2, losing 10 points there. Okay, so it's going to be a close run thing. Ralph, highest you can get is silver. It depends how Sam plays here. But Sam, if 3 or fewer people said the answer you're about to give, then you're going to win the gold. Any more than 3, and you drop into silver. Incorrect, or significantly more than 3, you may even drop down to bronze. All comes down to this. Sam, can I have your final answer, please? Sunset Boulevard, or Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard. Is it right? That's a good start. It is a right answer. How many people said Sunset Boulevard? 2 people said Sunset Boulevard. You lose 10 points. You're down to 285. A great answer there, Sunset Boulevard. 1993, based on the film by Billy Wilder. And at the end of 2... you indeed. At the end of 2 passes, Ralph finishes with the bronze on 210. Arun takes the silver with 280. But our gold medalist with 285 is Sam. Well played indeed. Great game, and I love a nice close final like that. There was a lot of pressure on that last answer, Sam. It was very, very brave, because you had to, of course, a completely wrong answer would have taken you into bronze position, but you needed a low-scoring correct answer in order to stay ahead of Arun. So a really good, interesting game. So a very well-pitched pack from Proogs there. Let's reveal the other answers that you all have said and how many people said them. So... Cats was the most popular answer. 16 players going for Cats, getting 8 points. Oh, goodness me. From 1981, Judi Dench was lined up to play Grisabella, but snapped her Achilles tendon during rehearsals, so was replaced last minute by Elaine Page. Judi Dench got her moment, though, when she got to play in the 2019 film version of Cats, directed by Tom Hooper.
What a shame.
Indeed so. 16 players giving me Cats. 11 going for Phantom of the Opera for 10 points, 1986. Love Never Dies, incidentally, that Samster gave us earlier on, was the sequel to The Phantom of the Opera. Yes, very well done. 10 points to you, 11. Then Jesus Christ Superstar, 10 going for that, for 14 points for Jesus Christ Superstar. If I can find that on my notes. Where are you? 1970, Jesus Christ Superstar. Good show. That has got really good music in it. I would recommend it to anyone. Then Starlight Express, which we had from Ralph. One of the most popular answers. 14 points and 10 players going for Starlight Express. As I say, recently revived at the Wembley Troubadour Theatre. On from there. This was the answer that I was trying to qualify, because it occurred to me that this is colloquially known as Joseph, But that wouldn't have been an acceptable answer, and I figured audience players might have worked that out, but that would have been a bit unfair on the finalists. I could have probably gotten away with not saying it, but then if people didn't work it out in the audience, and then Joseph became a really rare answer just because of I just thought I'd be careful with it. So yeah, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, which I saw with the late Philip Schofield. I know he's not dead, but he's professionally dead now. In about 1996, 7 people going for that. First presented as a 15-minute pop cantata at Colette Court School in London in 1968. Oh, did I mention the word musical? Oh, my bad. Sorry, Briggs. Yeah, I was trying too many things to keep in my brain. Of course, I hadn't revealed the category at that point, but I was trying to qualify it while not giving it away. So yeah, that's my bad. That's on me. Moving on from Joseph. School of Rock, we're getting into some of the rarer answers here. 4 players getting 18 points for School of Rock from 2015, based off of the Jack Black film of the same name. Aspects of Love, which we had earlier from Samster, 3 players getting 22 points for that. Evita, only 3 people going for Evita for 22 points. 1976, about the life of Eva Perón. On we go. 2 going for Sunset Boulevard for 30 points. Conrad La Campara, which we had from Sam at the end there. 2 going for The Wizard of Oz, Apodo and Silver Electron. The Wizard of Oz. Where's that? Wizard of Oz. 2011 with Dorothy cast via the 2010 reality TV show Over the Rainbow. Music mainly by Harold Arlen. Lloyd Webber provided additional music. So The Wizard of Oz, very well done if you said that. The Woman in White, Clive and Billion getting 30 points for The Woman in White from 2004. Whistle Down the Wind, we had earlier. Clive and Inca getting 30 points for that. And Toot getting Cinderella from 2021 for 42 points. Also produced on Broadway as Bad Cinderella, which we would also have accepted. Love Never Dies was... that was a sequel to Phantom. Did I say Aspects of Love was a sequel to Phantom? Love Never Dies was 42 points for whoever said Love Never Dies. Who was it? It was somewhere down the bottom, but it's now gone. There's another one where someone said, another 2, I think, Song and Dance. Clive going for Song and Dance for 42 points for 1982. That's where we get the song Tell Me on a Sunday, which is a really good song. And Stephen Ward, which is one I've never heard of, from 2013. Toot getting Stephen Ward for another 42 points. I think that's... No, the beautiful... I just said you get Tell Me on a Sunday from Song and Dance, which isn't true. Clive getting The Beautiful Game for 42 points, and I've just realised what I said wasn't true, and I'll clarify why in just a minute. Beautiful Game 2000, book and lyrics by Ben Elton, updated by The Boys in the Photograph 2009 we had from Sam earlier on. Toot's getting The Likes of Us for 42 points. The Likes of Us, 1965, but not produced until 2005. Right, now we're getting into the distinct answers. By Jeeves, nobody said. 1975 as Jeeves, revised in 1996 as By Jeeves. Cricket, from 1986, a short 30-minute musical commissioned for the late Queen's 60th birthday. And this is why I'm wrong. Because Tell Me on a Sunday is a musical on its own. I don't know why I thought it was... possibly it was next to Song and Dance in the Andrew Lloyd Webber anthology piano book I had when I was younger. But yeah, it's Tell Me on a Sunday, please. It's Song and Dance is the one with variation in it. I think. My Andrew Lloyd Webber knowledge is not... Yes, it is. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce knows much more about this than I do. Everything I knew about Andrew Lloyd Webber, I've long since forgotten. Anyway, let me just make a note of completed answers are not parsing. Rich tags in distinction are 4. I need to write things down because no one else will write this down because it's mine. So apologies if I'm slightly breaking things up. I think Clive knows more than I do. I think Clive is a great talent when it comes to music. Clive knows a great many things. That is the end of the round. So let's go and check out the VR headset of news one final time and see what our pennies are going to be like tonight. Jerry getting 8 grams, 39. Marcini, 55. Boeing on 83. Solomon, 90. Nebula, 97. Connors, 110. JL, 141. And Flyboy, 154. Kegron 165, Tuka 166, Woollybat 183, Fets and Silver Electron on 187, Apodo on 203, Ben on 207, AB Me 212, Conradalac 225, Pyro 258, Billion 318, Inca 319. And our top players, Clive 332, Fluffy 337. Our lobby medalist is Toot with 410. Ralph finishes with the bronze on 485. A run on with the silver on 575. Sam takes the gold and 585. Just to clarify for those who don't know, this is not the gold, silver, and bronze would always be Sam, Arun, and Ralph on this particular game, even if Toot had overtaken. It's just because the scoring is slightly different for the finalists. They get whatever they started the final on plus whatever they finished the final on. So sometimes the leaderboard doesn't always represent gold, silver, bronze. I should probably colorize medalists on final distinction leaderboard. Definitely need to do that. So at the end of all that, Toot takes the lobby with 410. Ralph takes the bronze. Arun takes the silver, but the winner and gold medalist of distinction tonight is Sam. Good game, everybody. Good game. Well played. I need to go change my shirt. It's really, I've got really warm. The problem with wearing a baby blue shirt is that it shows up and then I get self-conscious. Proogs, very, very many thanks for a wonderful pack, a very well-pitched pack. Not many answers that weren't covered, actually, has to be said. Just the one in round 1, a couple in round 2, I think 3 or 4 in round 3, and then only 3 in round 4 not found, which is, I think, the sign of a good pack. A couple of distinct answers, but not many, which should be the nature of the game. So thank you very much for your efforts, and very many thanks as well to Topper for doing the proofing and also for doing the migration, because Proogs wrote this before I'd done the conversion to the new template, and then Topper while he was proofing it merged it into the new template, which was a huge help because it's slightly tedious, busy work that needs to be done. So very, very grateful to Topper for his support on that, and yeah, really lovely pack from Proogs, and I hope everybody had fun with it. And yes, Topper also did the regular proofing thing of collaborating with the author and making some little tweaks to the pack to give everyone the best experience. So thank you to everyone involved, and thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun. But that is not the end of the stream, because I'm going to change my shirt, probably get another cider, and when we return, we are going to be playing Data Leakers, written by JR. Very much looking forward to sharing this with you. It's one that I proofed yesterday or the day before, I think, and some really good stuff in this to get your teeth into. So do hope you'll stick around. If you got me on in the background while Eurovision's on, I hope it's all going well. But yeah, well, hopefully if you can't hear me, or if you're watching on catch up, I hope Eurovision was fun, and I hope to see you back again next week. I'm going to roll the credits. I'm going to play some adverts, but I won't start the next game without you. So if you're not subscribed, don't worry. You can rest easy. There won't be another game, but yeah, bear with the adverts. But if you are subscribed, you'll get some nice funk music instead. Thanks again, everybody, for your contributions to that game, Topper and Topper for proofing, Proofs for writing, and to all of our players as well. I hope you had fun. I will see you after the credits for even more game night, when we'll be playing Data Leak by JR. See you then. And some funky music coming up, and a bonus for you. Or what should I put as the bonus message? I can't think of anything amusing, so I'm just going to do a regular one. Oh, 194 pennies to come and claim. Sandrew Lloyd Webber, that would have been a great message. I was trying to think of something in that vein. Maybe I'll do that one again in a minute. Anyway, adverts coming up, and then after the break, we will be playing Data Leakers, written by JR. So go stretch your legs, get some more snacks, get some more drinks, and I'll be back with you very shortly. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Digital David, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. How's everyone doing? Got a chance to get a drink? I've just grabbed myself another side. I've changed my shirt as well. Now sponsored by Iron Maiden and the Baby Yoda and Mando. Hello, welcome. Right, Data Leak coming up soon. Just a little bit of continuity before we do. What's Ash up to next week? Ash, who you should totally go and follow, by the way. What's Ash got on next week? Double Duel. It's Double Duel next week with Ash, May 21st and May 23rd, Wednesday and Friday at 8 p.m. over on his channel, twitch.tv/80_bash. Go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. Back on this side, normal service is now resumed. I'm now back on Saturday nights after having last Saturday off. Oh yeah, it's finals week. It's finals week for Duel, isn't it? Next week, on this side of things, you've got Bidding War by Sam. Is that by Sam? Yes, it is by Sam, isn't it? Bidding War by Sam. You've got Hacker by me. And then you've got Spotlight by a bit of everybody. Okay, so that's Thursday next week, the 22nd of May at 8 p.m. I'm just going to fade the volume down on Pretzel. Thank you very much for that. So Thursday, Bidding War, Hacker, and Spotlight. That should be good fun. And then next Saturday, if you're just here for the weekend streams, the 24th of May, we've got Plinko, Red Herrings, and The Purge. Plinko by Zeus, Red Herrings by Lupine, and The Purge by Shapes. And I'm hoping that at some point in the next week I'm able to retrofit the operator into Bidding War and into The Purge, because it's not currently in either of them. And then I've got the daunting task of doing Cryptex, The Escape Artist, and Moneybox in the next week and a half after that. And they're going to be slightly bigger jobs, but certainly Moneybox is going to be a little bit complicated. But hopefully it'll improve performance, because Moneybox does tend to chug a little bit. Weaving a wonderful web of musicals, indeed we are. And normal service, yes, just normal service. Thank you very much for the raid. Keep those raid message suggestions coming in. I've got a few highlighted, which may potentially end up being our raid messages for this evening when we go and raid someone. There's a couple of people we've got eyes on. We've got, let's go and see who's doing. We've got Hardy Way, we've got Supersonic on at the moment, Sportsy's doing stuff at the moment. So there's a few options open to us we could go and raid into later on. But before we get to any of that, we've got to play another game, and we're going to be playing Data League. It's been written by JR, it's been proofed by me. A lot to like about this pack, and hoping everything's just going to run smooth as butter. That's always the goal, isn't it? Hashtag normal service. Nothing more for me to say. Keeping things relatively concise this evening, sort of, to a point. Maybe. Anyway, shut up, Ben. I'll just play the titles, shall I? I think I'll just play the titles now. Good idea. It's time for Data Leak. Data League. If you want to come and play SLWC on the Universal Controller. And there's the room code for you as well. Did I note the room code is dot? Code is dot. Need to fix that as well, don't I? Come join the game. Hardyway's a personal friend of yours, Comrade Lack. Is that right? Seems a good guy. Did you come to us from their side of things? I know we've raided them a couple of times. Did you come over from a raid, or is it just a happy coincidence? Press the button there. I pressed the button. I have pressed the button. Come join the game. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good egg. A Ben Me 2014. Just want to be above AD Me in the alphabetical list. So similar results, yeah, it makes sense. Might as well make the name simple too. Yeah, fair enough. Found your stream because I was searching trivia quiz memes. Oh wow, Twitch algorithm actually doing something it's supposed to. That's nice. Well, I'm very glad you did, Conrad Lack, and I hope you're having a good time in these here communities. Mystery Science Theatre reference there, Ben. Oh, was it? Fair enough. And message from our sponsor, Digital David.
40.
40, indeed, my age. Not quite, but not far off. Thank you for the 40-month subscription there, David. Very much appreciate the support with Prime as well. Most grateful to you. So, for those of you who've not played Data Leak before, relatively simple format. Most of the rules are fairly consistent. Solve the puzzle as quickly as you can. The fewer clues you need, the more points you get. Simple as that. We play across 5 rounds, 5 questions in each round. And each round has a little bit of variety from each other. So yeah, it's all good fun, and do come and join in if you fancy it. That's the end of the sting. I think we should just get on with the game. So let's lock the lobby up. And there's a quick recap of how to play. Oh, you guys, you're all so kind. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind words. Conradlak and JR and Naughty Goth. It's nice. It's nice to be appreciated. Sometimes, you know, even when you do something that is fun. I've said before, I can make the best games in the world if there's no one around to play them. It's sort of academic, really, isn't it? So I very much appreciate you guys coming in to come and play, because it does make. I know we have a bit of banter, but we have some really good quiz as well. So very much appreciate all of you all. So that's how to play. Solve the puzzles as quickly as you can. Clues are revealed every 10 seconds. The fewer clues you need, the more points you win. Get the answer wrong. Regular Bob, I said, shut up, good, you're so kind, Gerard. Thank you. Thank you, Stilgar, as well. Like, oh, you guys say nice things. You can do this more often. I like it when you say nice things. Get the answer wrong, you'll be frozen out for 8 seconds. Some puzzles, particularly in round 4, only in round 4, may require your spelling to be exact, okay? So, yeah, good luck and have fun to be around either a spectator or a competitor. That's the thing. So sometimes I think, because it's really interesting, because we generally get between #say or nice things. Yeah, do. We usually get between sort of 25 and 35, depending on the night players in the game. But normally the audience is generally at least 10 to 15 higher than the number of active players. So I figure there's probably a decent number of people who are just watching, you know, as they would a normal sort of TV night quiz show. Whoa, hello, David. You don't have to do nice things, just saying nice things is enough. But look at this, David coming here with the sub bomb, going out to Theory of Game, Campbell's Banana, Ligomaniac, A Run, and Dirty Badger. Enjoy ad-free viewing for the next month. And David, thank you for the generosity. That's very, very kind of you. Welcome on in, TVP. We'll let the red herring sting play out in full. David, thank you very much, my dude. That's very kind of you. And yeah, to our new subs, enjoy ad-free viewing for the next month. Risk. No, that's red herrings. R-E-D. No, B-O-N-U-S-Q-U-E-S-T-I-O-N. Exclamation mark. That's how it used to. The bonus question used to do. The letters used to appear in sync with the audio track, which was something I spent probably more time on than was worth it. But anyway, those are the rules. And let's get on with the game. We'll now go to our first round. It's 5 degrees, and in this round you'll be presented with a category and 5 longer clues, all describing the same person, place, or object. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. Simple as that. Ben appreciation every stream. Yeah. I love it. It's great. Who doesn't like to be appreciated, though, right? Right. That's about all there is to it. Here is our first puzzle, and we are looking for an instrument. For 5. Tchaikovsky only wrote 1 concerto for this instrument. A lot of people getting in for 5 there, well done. For 4, somebody makes or repairs it is called a luthier. For 3, the protagonist of the song The Devil Went Down to Georgia plays this instrument. Went down to Georgia, he was looking for a soul to steal. For 2, it's the smallest in its family of musical instruments. And for 1, it has 4 strings and is played with a bow. Oh, did it, ABB? Yeah, it does that. It does. This. I think most games it does update the graphics. Not all of them, because I have to do it individually. But I think most of it is sort of baked into the template that it should update your name strap. But I'm glad it's done that. But yeah, you're now ahead. But now we're going to reorder the score, so you're still going to be tied, but still going to be ahead. It's violin. We also accepted the fiddle on there. Yeah, it's not the piano. Tchaikovsky wrote 2 concerti for the piano, I believe. Yeah, the devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a band because he was way behind. He was willing to make a deal. When he came across that young boy playing that fiddle and playing it hard, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what." Great song. Great song. Smallest instrument in the string family with 4 strings, and it's played with a bow. Very well done. You've got some points there. Let's reorder the board and drain the puzzle. AB me is still ahead of AB, not me. Let's go to our second puzzle. We are looking for a vegetable. Its name stems from the Proto-Indo-European root for horn. Oh, were there 3? I don't know the third Tchaikovsky piano concerto then. For 4, for the purpose of a Portuguese jam, the European Union has issued a directive that considers it a fruit. And for 3, the supposed medical benefits of this vegetable were promoted in World War II to mask the existence of radar technology. And for 2, Western cultivars of this vegetable include Chantenay, Danvers, Imperator, and Nonce. And for a single point now, this vegetable is typically orange, although purple, black, red, white, and yellow variants exist. It's a carrot, of course it is. Yeah, so that third clue there, that's where the old wives' tale that carrots give you good eyesight comes from. That's how they promoted it, to mask the fact that we could actually see in the dark because we'd invented radar. But yes, apparently, according to the EU, carrot is technically a fruit for the purposes of jams and conserves, which is an interesting fact that I did not know. And yes, typically orange. Although you can get other colours are also available. Your experience may differ. Let's drain the puzzle. Oh, AB, me and Ben are parted at last. What a shame.
What a shame.
On we go. Puzzle number 3, and we are looking for an actor for 5. He was born on April 18th, 1971 in West Lothian, Scotland. For 4, he married his wife after meeting her on the set in 2011. On the set, I should say. For 3, he took his acting name from seeing the Pet Shop Boys in a magazine. For 2, he acted alongside a real human skull in a 2008 production of Hamlet. For a single point, he's the only actor to have played a canonical version of Doctor Who's lead character in 2 different regenerations. Here's, of course, national treasure David Tennant. So he met his wife Georgia Moffat on the set of Series 4 of Doctor Who in an episode called The Doctor's Daughter, where she played the Doctor's daughter, and she herself is the daughter of Davison. What's his name? What's his bloody name? Why can't I remember his name? Davison. Someone tell me. What was his name? Peter, thank you. God, that just went out of my head, yeah. So Georgia Moffat, David Tennant's wife, who played David Tennant's Doctor's daughter, is the actual daughter of Peter Davison, who was the 5th Doctor. So it's all terribly confusing, but timey-wimey, of course. And yeah, he looked in smash hits for there's an interview he gave on Top Gear where he said, because he couldn't have David McDonald, which is his actual given name, because of the equity rules that say you can't be 2 actors of the same name. So he said, when you're 16, where do you get a new name from? So I looked in smash hits. Of course, famously acted alongside again. There's a Tchaikovsky callback because the skull belonged to Tchaikovsky, not the composer Tchaikovsky, but a different pianist called Tchaikovsky, and of course Tchaikovsky was playing Yorick and David Tennant was playing the lead, and so I slightly finessed that first clue question in case there are any other Whovian nerds like me who would have pointed out that, could you argue that Tom Baker has played 2 different Doctors? Maybe. Because of the Curator in the 50th anniversary special, so canonical Doctors is what JR and I settled on there. But yes, it is, of course, a well-loved national treasure, David Tennant. And welcome to the stream, my dude. Look, that's great. Wibbly wobbly lovey dovey. That's really good, Fetz. I like that a lot. Well done if you got some points out of that. Let's drain the puzzle. And we'll go on to puzzle number 4. We are looking for a car manufacturer for 5. It sold more sausage than cars last year. And 4, it owns the Bundesliga club Wolfsburg. A few more getting it from this. For 3, it was established in 1937 by the German Labour Front. For 2, its iconic camper van became a counterculture symbol in the US in the 1960s. And for a single point, it produces car models including the Golf, the Polo and the Beetle, which is an overrated car. Oh, Silver Electron just out of time, denying us a sea of green there. It's the Volkswagen. I accepted it with either the correct E spelling or the British O spelling for Volkswagen. But yeah, I have no more information. I didn't know the Volkswagen made sausage. But yeah, they sold like 680 something million or something absurd sausages last year. And also, yeah, the Bundesliga club Wolfsburg, which I discovered during the research, is it's a club that's, I think, entirely made up of employees of Volkswagen. So yeah, and of course the VW camper van was the counterculture American symbol in the 60s. Never owned a VW, actually. My mum has a VW Beetle, but one of the facelift versions of it, rather than the classic one. But you've got a Volkswagen Touareg too. Nice. No, VW wasn't allowed. That seemed a little bit... maybe. Who said VW? So, Silver Electron said VW. Yeah, a couple of people did. Proogs did. Fluffy, Connors, and Silver Electron all went for VW. So apologies that we didn't allow that. I think I probably considered it and then changed my mind when going through it. So, but yeah, Volkswagen is what you needed there. Let's drain that puzzle, and we'll move on to the final puzzle of this round. And we are looking for a country for 5. It has the world's longest road tunnel at a length of 24.5 kilometres. 2 getting it for 5 there. For 4, it is the country of origin for Brunost, a type of sweet brown cheese made by boiling down whey. A few more getting it from that. For 3, its parliament is called the Storting. Only easy if you know them, Naughty Goth. Only easy if you know them. For 2, it is the birthplace of Roald Amundsen, the first explorer to reach the South Pole. And for a single point now, its capital city is Oslo. A few more getting it now. It's, of course, Norway. Quite a few people going for Switzerland on that first clue, so you're in the right general part of the world. But yes, Norway is what we wanted there. And yeah, Naughty Goth, they're only easy if you know the answers, and sometimes this can be quite a difficult game to pitch in terms of which clues do you think are the easiest and hardest. And very often when the writer and the proof have a bit of back and forth, they're shuffling clues around to find which the hardest is. But its capital city is Oslo. Norway! Very good, very good. Yes way. I like all of these coming out. I'm going to have to filter some of these down. Yeah, world's longest road tunnel. It's the Lærdal Tunnel. Lærdal, 24.5 kilometres long. Yeah, Brunost, which I must say I've never heard of. Neither had I heard the Storting, but it does sound sort of Scandinavian, doesn't it? So, so yes, there we go. Well done if you got Norway. Let's drain, in fact, almost a sea of green on that one. Let's drain that puzzle, check out the scores at the end of round 1, and it's A-Ben-Me 2014 in the lead with 21, though tied up with Jen, which I believe is jogging, 21 points apiece. Fluffy, Inca, Pyro, Ralph all on 20, and we've got Clive and Fett on 19. ABC 208, Sam and Toot are on 18. Podo and Lychee Chooser on 17. I saw a dragon fruit today. That's just reminded me because I haven't seen lychee. Went down to the grocers and they tried to sell me a dragon fruit. They're really pink. Does anyone know what they taste of? Because I almost bought it but didn't. Woollyback's on 15. Connors and Jerry are on 14. Conradlack and Toucan on 13. David, Nebula and Prues on 12. Still going on 11. Marcini and Silver Electron on 10. Flyboys on 9. Grams on 6. And Solomon on 4. Brunost is literally brown cheese in Norway. Oh, is it really? That would be easy if you knew that. Trigger the same allergen as strawberry, I think. Oh, okay. Costco sell dragon fruits. Well, that's good to know. We don't talk about Brunost. Very good. On we go, round 2. It's a content filter, and in this round you're going to be presented with a category of 5 shorter clues, all of which will be contained within or connected to the answer. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. So very similar to round 1, except you're going to have shorter clues, and all the clues will be sort of contained within or apportioned of. Okay, fingers on devices, everyone. Let's go to our first puzzle, and we are looking for a director. For 5, Bottle Rocket, 1996. A couple getting over there. Well played. For 4, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, 2004. For 3, Fantastic Mr. Fox, 2009. Got a few getting it from that one. For 2, The Grand Budapest Hotel, 2014, one of the better films of that year, in a year that wasn't exactly short of good films. And for 1, it's all over YouTube at the moment, The Phoenician Scheme, 2025. Wow. Those last couple of clues not being much help. Most people getting it from 3 or not at all. It was Wes Anderson, famously does everything in squares. Films, not his films, or films in general, David. Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox I've not seen, but I know it had George Clooney in it. Grand Budapest Hotel with Ray Fiennes and Tilda Swinton and Harvey Keitel and what's his chops who played Flash Thompson in the new Spider-Man films. And it's loads of people, and it's so good. It's so funny. I will highly recommend the Grand Budapest Hotel. And yeah, the Phoenician Scheme seems to be an advert in front of every single YouTube video at the moment. I don't know if it's just the algorithm targeting me, but yes, that's coming out soon. And that's got everyone in it as well. It's Benicio del Toro, I think, in the lead, and then you've got Richard Ayoade and Benedict Cumberbatch and Scarlett Johansson, and just loads. Bryan Cranston turns up as well. It's often the way with Wes Anderson films. He gets loads of celebrities, like an all-star cast, but they're only in it for like 30 seconds. Not remember his bastard name. Yeah, Wes Anderson. There you go. I know how much you love film as well, Arun. Let's drain that puzzle, and we'll go on to number 2. We are looking for a political position. For 5, Dag Hammarskjöld, 10th of April 1953 to 18th of September 1961. Got a few getting it off the bat there. For 4, Javier Perez de Cuellar, 1st of January 1982 to the 31st of December 1991. For 3, U Thant, 30th of November 1962 to the 31st of December 1971. And for 2, Antonio Gutierrez, 1st of January 2017 to present. And for a single point, Kofi Annan, 1st of January 1997 to the 31st of December 2006. They have all been Secretary General of the United Nations, not the EU. A couple of answers: Secretary of the United Nations, we couldn't accept. Secretary General. And Director General of the UN, we couldn't accept either of it. Secretary General is what we were after. It's quite a specific term. There were quite a few variations available on that one, but there was that specific collection of words that we were after. Yeah, U Thant is nominated for the position after Hammarskjöld died, but was opposed by the French and the Arabs, so only served as acting Secretary General from the 3rd of November 61 to the 30th of November 62, which was the balance of Hammarskjöld's term, but then took on the position latterly from 62 to 71. Gutierrez is the incumbent. Kofi Annan, perhaps the one of the most famous, along with Boutros Boutros-Ghali and Ban Ki-moon, who didn't make an appearance on this board. JR and I tossed the names back and forth, and we settled on Kofi Annan in the end as our 1 pointer. Well done. If you got some points out of that, let's drain the puzzle. Bit of a change in the scores. Thanks, Ants. Thanks. Very good. Very good, Lupine. Like it a lot. On to our next puzzle, and we are looking for a game. Yes, Peter expensive. That's right, Bruce. For 5, Fianchetto. Bloody hell. Well, I don't know if you got it from that. I wouldn't have got it from that. I've got it from this, though, for 4, Zugzwang. For 3, Sacrifice. And for 2, Queen's Gambit. Hashtag Peter. I think you've had your 3 proofs. It's not logging that one, I'm afraid. And for a single point, checkmate. Come on, TVP. Hey, there we go. See, agree. Love to see it. That is, of course, chess. It's the game of chess. Fianchetto. Quite a few getting it from Fianchetto. I have to say that's not a word. I mean, my chess is crap, so I didn't know that one. Someone explained to me what a fianchetto is. Well, I explained what Zugzwang is. A Zugzwang, JL's remarked here, it's a forced move. More specifically, it's when you're in a position where any move you make will weaken your position. So it usually comes about in the end game, a Zugzwang. Sacrifice, obviously, where you sacrifice one of your pieces in order to better your overall position. The Queen's Gambit is a particular opening move. Don't ask me to describe it. I'm really no expert. And checkmate, literally meaning the king is dead, is what you say to declare that the game has been won. Developing your bishop out to the side rather than moving it into the center. I see. That's fianchetto. I didn't know that. Do you play much chess, JR? I feel like we should have a game sometimes. Sacrifice is just a simple word. Yes, it is indeed. A little. You're probably better than me. We'll have a game. We'll stream it live. JR and Ben play chess. That would be fun. I thought it would be video games before Zugzwang. You see, sometimes you've got a little bit of vagary, a bit of a vagary in the category title. Zugzwang is the sequel to Number Wang. That'd be a good game. Let's drain the puzzle, and we will go on to puzzle number 4. We are looking for a book series. For 5, The Librarian. Toucan managing to get in for 5. Very well played. Nobody else for 4 now. The Luggage. Yeah, a couple of people getting it from this. I would have got it after seeing all the clues. I would have realised I knew it on The Luggage. But for 3, Susan Stowe-Hellet. Or Hellet. Still not a lot of green there. For 2 now, Great Atuin. And finally, for a single point, Death. Trickier one. That's Discworld. Discworld. I'm assured that Death was all caps because that's how Death speaks. All of Death's text is all in small uppercase letters. So an extra hint there if you're familiar with the Discworld series. I've only ever read one of them. I read The Light Fantastic. And I played the Discworld point-and-click adventure in like 1997 or whenever that came out. It was one of the most obnoxiously obtuse puzzle games I've ever encountered in my life. Does anyone remember that? Did I dream of that, or did that actually happen? Does anyone else know what I'm talking about? I want to say it was Traveller's Tales. It did happen. Okay. Yeah. Death. Death indeed, yeah. So, God. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, I remember. It's just the most obscure puzzles. No, I never played the text adventure. No, not the Hitchhiker's Text Adventure. I've not played that. Like, yes, where the Librarian Punches You comes from because you call him a monkey when he's actually an orangutan. Regards, Guards, or The Night Watch. Okay, I read The Light Fantastic, which I think was the first in the series, but yeah, Terry Pratchett. Very well done if you got some points. Trickier puzzle there. Let's drain it out, and we'll go to the 5th and final puzzle of the round. We are looking for an artist. For 5, Camouflage. Four players, 5 players picking up the 5 points here. For 4, Electric Chair. Boxes. That's a bit of a clue for quite a few of us there. This one should be an even bigger one. Campbell's soup cans for 1. That is, of course, Andy Warhol. Pop artist who I know very little about. Other than there was a riff on him in Face Jacker, where it's time for Brian Butunde to be seen by the masses, because the masses need to know what Brian Butunde has to say. Brr. So I'm here at the Blackheath Ballery in Blackbeef. Go watch it. Look for Brian Butunde on Face Jacker in YouTube. He says, "We have a genuine Andy Warhol print." Have you not seen? Oh, okay. You're gonna have to see this. Brian Butunde, there he is. Brr.
I'm just here, driver.
It's very funny. It's very, very funny. I can't show you now because I've not got the screen capture on, but yeah, it's very funny. Anyway, that's all I know about Andy Warhol. That's the end of the puzzle and the end of the round. Let's straight out. Check out the scores. Inca's got the lead now with 42. Blimey, 42. There's only 50 points available. Inca's only dropped 8 points so far. That's an average of 4 points per round, or 0.8 points per puzzle, I think. Good going, Inca. AB in me. ABN Me 2014, aka BC, and Sam are tied up in second with 40. Ralph is in third with 39. Toots moves up a bit to 38. Fluffy's got 36. Jen, aka Jogging and Pyro, both on 35. Clive's got 30. Lychee Chooser on 28. Abodo and Connors and Prugs and Wallyback all on 26. Fetz and Two can have 25. Conradlac and Silver Electron 24. ABC is on 23. Jerry's got 22. Nebula's on 20, Stilgar 18, Flyboy 17, David on 14, Marcini 13, Grams on 10, and Solomon on 8. 3 more rounds to go. Let's go on to round number 3. It's any other name, and in this round you're going to be presented with 5 clues and no category. All of the clues will be different descriptions of the same word or phrase. As before, the faster you solve it, the more points you win. Simple as that. So no category, because of course there could be a multitude of categories across the clues, but all of the clues will describe the same word or words. Let's start with this first one for 5 points. SI unit for amount of substance. Bloody Nora, all the scientists coming in. Very well done. For 4, reality TV show that originally aired in Belgium in 1998. For 3, surname of Sue Townsend's fictional diarist. This is probably where I would have got it. And for 2, a small dark skin growth, often benign. For a single point, a small burrowing mammal found in North America, Europe and Asia. Mole. Just thinking back to Austin Powers. Is it the second one or the third one? Where it's the mole with the mole. It's very funny. Mole, there are all different types of mole, yes. The Mole is the Belgian TV show. Is it Vies de Mole? Is that the one? Yeah, the SI unit for amount of substance is a mole. So I probably knew that at some point in my life. Surname is Sue Townsend's fictional diarist. That's Adrian Mole, the diary of Adrian Mole, and of course the mole that you get on your skin. Very good. Let's drain that puzzle. It is the second one. Okay, second one sounds about right. See what you make of this one. Any other name? Puzzle number 2 for 5. IATA airport code for Shigatse Tingri Airport, Tibet, China. Good luck with that one. For 4, what Germans called East Germany abbreviated. For 3, a data standard for RAM. Dash dot dot dash dot 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 dash dot. How's your Morse code? And for 1, a music video game series produced by Konami that uses a dance pad. Sam getting the dreaded refresh on that one. What happened, Sam? Did you refresh, or did the app die, or did you just not get a payload? It might have just disconnected. There should be an auto reconnect function, so if you disconnect, it should just connect you back in. But yeah, DDR is what we're after, and quite right, TVP. Yeah, Deutsche Demokratische Republik is what the Germans called East Germany. DDR is what we wanted there. DDR Dance Revolution, the game in question. Yeah, no one getting it from the airport code. I'm not that surprised by that one necessarily. Slightly more rarefied one, but yeah, well done if you got some points. Let's drain the puzzle. And we'll move on to puzzle number 3. Any other name? For 5 points. The second studio album by E17. Worth a go. For 4, used in an autoclave to sterilize equipment. But on 2, doubly democratically Russian indeed. Few getting it from that. For 3, Black Punk, a subgenre of speculative fiction including the Bioshock series. Sticking with video games, a video game delivery service. For 2. And for 1, vaporized water. Yes, Dance Dance Revolution is DDR. Well done, another sea of green, which is appropriate because in this leaky game we finally got some Steam. Steamed hams, indeed. Yes, Steam was the second studio album by E17. Steampunk, of course, a subgenre of speculative fiction. And Steam, of course, the video game service platform where everyone... That's why we don't have a Half-Life 3, by the way. Steam realised they can make money by not making games. Now they own, you know, a quarter of the planet. Honestly, the GDP of Steam must be more than some smaller economies. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we've got Half-Life Alyx, I suppose, which granted I haven't played yet because I haven't got enough USB ports to make my VR headset work. Although apparently you can get ones that require fewer now. But anyway, let's drain that puzzle. And we'll move on to puzzle number 4 in this Any Other Name round. Take a look at this for 5. 2000 novel by Danish author Jan Teller. And CSGO loot boxes as well. Yes, that's also a thing. 4. What the S in Harry S. Truman stands for. A few of us knowing our politics here. For 3. The blank, a destructive force in the never-ending story. For 2. A rich man needs it, a poor man has it, and if you eat it, you'll die. Famous riddle. And for 1, Shakespeare's comedy Much Ado About. Interesting how many people were still guessing answers beginning with S right up until that final clue came in. So interesting when we got the clue for 2. Nobody having a guess, much of a guess after that, but yeah, Much Ado About Nothing, Shakespeare comedy, and yeah, the S in Harry S. Truman. That was a nice little in there. If you knew that the S is fabricated, it doesn't actually stand for anything. I typed S. Is this a similar case for Russell T Davidson? We haven't had to Doctor Who. Could be. S wouldn't fulfil the other criteria though. Lupine is the problem. So you could argue that the S just stood for S, but it wouldn't fulfill the answers to the other clues. It has to fulfill all of them. So yes, very well done if you got the answer. Nothing there. Let's drain the puzzle. And go on to the final one of round 3 in Any Other Name. Take a look at this for 5. An urban casual brand owned by Spanish fashion retailer Tendam. For 4, the M1903, an American rifle used in both World Wars. Okay, first one where we're not getting us off until 3. Stage surname of the British singer Mary Isabel Catherine Bernadette O'Brien. There we go. We'll run the first to get it in for 3. For 2, a place name that 35 US states have at least one of, including Illinois, where it is the state capital. Lot of souls coming in there, and where the Simpsons live in The Simpsons. There I live in Springfield, as indeed it is the state capital of Illinois. And yeah, I remember saying, so is The Simpsons set in Illinois? And someone said to me, no, it's never been confirmed where The Simpsons is set. And they use the name Springfield because there are so many Springfields across the USA. Apparently there are 35. Dusty Springfield was that the British singer there. And no one getting the Springfield rifle. I thought a couple might get it from that. But yeah, probably the hardest one so far. We didn't get a solve until 3, and even then, only one of them. So, bit of a tricky one from JR there. The S. Coming in as a raid suggestion. Good stuff. That is the end of puzzle 5 and the end of round 3. Let's drain it out and check out the scores. Inca still has the lead, though Toot is encroaching on him. How rude. Inca with 58, Toot right behind on 57, Ralph now in third with 55, A, Ben, me, and Sam are both on 53, Fluffy's got 50, Jen and Pyro are on 46, Clive has 45, Light Chi-Chus are on 43, ABC, and Silver Electron and Woollyback all on 40. Proogs has 39, Apodo and Jerry have got 38, Connors and Conradlac and Fetz and Toucan all on 35, Nebula on 30, Flyboy 28, still got 27, David on 26, Grams on 20, Marcini 17, and Solomon on 12. Still 2 rounds to go, so could go any which way yet, but let's go on to round number 4. It's the clue chain, and in this round you're going to be presented with a category and a single word or phrase that will gradually have more letters added to it. It's a bit like Hangman or Wheel of Fortune, except you won't necessarily get all of the iterations of the letter S or whatever. You might just get a handful of them. Depends what the algorithm decides to go with. Sometimes RNG is charitable, sometimes is not. This is genuinely random, and it is different every time the game loads. Yeah. Have fun with it. Faster you solve it, the more points you win, and notably in this round, spelling must be exact. Okay, so double check your spelling before you submit, otherwise you will be frozen out for the regular 10 seconds. They're doing karaoke in a stadium of Waterloo in an advert break on Eurovision at the moment. Well, thanks for telling me. That's good to know, Proogs. Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah. Eurovision. Okay. Up we go. Puzzle number 1. There is a hyphen in all of these puzzles. It will be displayed on all of them from the beginning, but you must include it in your answer, I think. Someone try it without, if you want. Try it without the hyphen and see if it allows it, if you know it's correct. Let's see how we get on. Clue chain, puzzle number 1. We're looking for something from the Game Awards 2024 for 5. No, I need the points, Cesar. Fair enough. Very well played for 4. Spelling's got to be exact. 3. See if anyone does it without the hyphen. Toot has done it without the hyphen and didn't get marked correctly. Huh. For 2. For 1. Spelling catching a few of you out on that one. Oh. Do you want to tell people that now, JR? Or do you want to leave it as an exercise for the viewer? I'll tell you now. This just in from JR. All of the puzzles in this round is that there's a bit of a gimmick, is that all of these are awards from the last year. Okay, so it's a bit of an awards round in this round. Starting with the Game Rules 2024. Balatro, Best Independent Game. Toot, did you attempt that without a hyphen and it didn't condone it? Likewise, Conradlac, I think. I think your spelling was broadly correct. So yes, it does look as though you're going to need space, hyphen, space every time. There is one of these in all of them, and you must include that hyphen for it to be correct. There are some games where actually it sort of strips out any non-alphanumeric characters. This is not one of them. So do include the hyphen on all puzzles. And yes, all of these are going to be related to awards of some description. Very well done. If you've got Balatro Best Independent Game, let's drain that puzzle and go on to puzzle number 2. We're looking for something from the 97th Academy Awards for 5. For 4. Very good. For 3. For 2. And for 1. There we go. My log just goes. Great big sea of green. Wicked best costume design. Not quite as it's a sea of green in my log. When the it was a bit mean of RNG there. I think we probably worked out it was maybe getting at best costume design by maybe the 3rd one, but wasn't till the letters came in for the 1st one though. Wicked gave it away. Algorithm, yeah, algorithm's gonna alga. Well, algorithm's gonna rhythm. What?
Duh.
Let's drain that puzzle and move on rapidly. Go on to puzzle number 3 in the clue chain, and we are looking for something from the 67th Granny Awards for 5. Well done, Jerry. For 4. I don't really keep up with the Grammys, so I'm always impressed when people know stuff about it. For 3. For 2. And for 1. That's a bit friendlier RNG, isn't it? Not Like Us Song of the Year. I couldn't even tell you who it's by. I'm sure JR will though in the chat. The rhythm is gonna get you. Yes, it is. Rhythm's gonna get you. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well done. If you got that. Oh, Kendrick Lamar. Do you reckon it used to be just Kendrick Mar and he's added the L to sound more posh? It's a bit like Simon Le Bon. Or Danny DeVito, possibly. Algorithm is a dancer. Very good, Fluffy. I like that a lot. Right, it's going to take a minute just to filter out some of these thumbs up that I've given on raid messages. Because, yeah, there's too many. So I just need to be a little more selective. Right, cut that down a little bit. Good, let's drain that puzzle. We've got a couple more in this clue chain. See what this one is. Have fun with this. We're looking for something from the 2024 Nobel Prizes. Or a 2024 Nobel Prize, I should say, for 5. For 4. Bloody hell, RNG, I'm getting nothing from this. I can see what all the clues are going to be. I reckon people will start getting this on 2. Probably not before. For 3. For 2, someone vindicate me and get it right now, please. And for 1. BC getting it on 1. That's a lot to type, I do appreciate. Nihon Hidyanko Nobel Peace Prize. I can say BC got Nihon Hidankyo Nobel Peace Prize on 4. Yeah, you got it at the 4-point mark there, BC. But you weren't quite exact on the spelling. Yeah, tricky one to spell. 2 to also get Nihon Hidankyo at the 2-point mark. BC having another go at the 2-point mark. So it's just the spelling, I think, catching a lot of people out on that one. Tells you a lot about society, doesn't it? Does indeed. Let's get rid of Nihon Hidankyo and his Nobel Peace Prize and move on rapidly to our final puzzle in the clue chain. We're looking for a 2024 literary prize. Oh, yes, don't happen very often. I'm not sure I've seen a completely blank question before outside of testing, but could happen. And for 4. Oh, Oh, Sam, that just came in on the 4-point mark. Just in on the 4-point mark, I'm afraid. For 3. Well, that's not much help, is it, RNG? For 2, I think we'd worked out the last word was prize by that point. Single point now. Orbital, which won the Booker Prize last year. Formerly the. When did they change it from Man Booker to Booker? Because I thought it. Oh, okay. Still go have another go. That's also not right. Did that not time you out? You should have had a payload timing you out. That's very strange. You shouldn't have been able to submit after the time ran out. Unless the payload didn't go through, which could only happen. I don't know how that could have happened like that. Anyway. Let's drain that puzzle and check out the scores at the end of round 4. Inca has the lead with 70. Ralph is a point behind with a very nice 69. Toot in third with 68. Ben Me has got 65. Sam on 63. Fluffy's got 60. Jen, aka Jogging, on 59. Clive on 58. Jerry and Lychichus are on 52. Apodo has got 50. ABC and Pyro on 49. Silver Electron on 48. Wooly back on 46, Fet's on 45, Prudes has 44, Toucan's on 40, Connors and Con Radalaka are on 36, Stilgar on 32, Flyboy and Nebula on 31, David's on 30, Graham's on 27, Marcini on 20, Solomon on 18. I want off the bottom of this board. We've got one more round in which to do it, and it is all a blur. In this round, you'll be presented with a category and a blurred picture, which will gradually come into sharper focus. Faster you solve it, the more points you win. You will receive a cryptic clue at the 2-point mark in this round. I will advise you to look at the broadcast because you won't get any picture data on the Universal Controller just because it would be a logistical nightmare to be able to do that. Not impossible, but very, very challenging. So look at your broadcast. If you've got some latency, I can only apologise, but you will get a cryptic clue on your devices at the 2-point mark. Solve it as quickly as you can. There is a bit of a running theme through this, but this one I'm not going to tell you until the end, and I'll let JR explain what it is when we get to the end of puzzle number 5. Still pretty close. The top 25 points up for grabs in this round as well, which means anybody from Fets upwards could theoretically qualify for the gold. Prudes could also qualify for a silver, tied with Ralph in theory. We'll see what happens. Good luck as we go to our first puzzle, and we are looking for a fictional character. Does seem unlikely, but not impossible. For 4. And for 3. Just see what you see now. Now my log is just starting to chug a little bit now. For 2, that's because there are so many logs generated for this game. For 2, playing the superhero card would, quite fittingly, cost you a red, a white, and a blue mana. And for 1, who is it? It's Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. We were after the superhero name because it said superhero in the clue. I probably should have accepted Steve Rogers, but yes, Captain America. To be fair, if you knew it was Steve Rogers, you knew it was Captain America, and would probably have typed Captain America first. The more prosaic title of Mr. America. I remember it reminds me of an Only Connect puzzle I wrote one time. It was sort of demoted superheroes or something, and there was like Mr. Fantastic, and instead of Doctor Doom, there was it Undergraduate Doom, or yeah, it was really good. It was quite creative. Back when when we were allowed to play Only Connect on these streams. Well done if you got that. Let's drain the puzzle. Tight at the top, still Inca, still a point clear. Bye picture. Inca still at the top, just a point clear of Ralph and Toot. Ralph and Toot keeping the pressure on, currently tied for a silver medal. Ben Me currently in the bronze position, just a point ahead of Sam. So much to play for as we go to our next puzzle. We're looking for Anamanamal for 5. Keeping that pressure on by getting 5 for 4 now. For 3. I think most of us can work it out from that. Oh no! For 2, this bird's final performance is beautiful, especially when it counters an instant or sorcery spell. There we go, Marcini, everyone getting 2 or more, and there's 1. And we can see it in all its majestic glory. Beautiful bird. Will break your arm. It'll break your arm. There's, of course, a swan. It's the only thing anyone in Britain knows about swans is that they're all owned by the monarch and that they'll break your arm. And actually, one of those is wrong, because they're not all owned by the monarch. I think it's the monarch owns all of the mute swans. Hashtag it'll break your arm. Yes, it will. Yeah, the monarch owns all of the mute swans. But the rest of them are not owned by anyone. They are free swans to do what they please, including breaking your arm. They won't definitely break your arm. Nor the ones on the canal are. Yes, we own them. They're public property. Beautiful animals, though. I do like a swan. Let's drain that puzzle. Bye-bye, Mr. Swan. There he goes. It's not mute, no. It's making all the fade and the whoosh and the crackly noise. So we had a fictional character, we've had an animal, and now it's time for another fictional character. For 5. Transform is a magic mechanic that was first developed for werewolves, but it's also fitting for this robot in disguise. And a single point now. That is Optimus Prime from the Transformers thing. Yeah, have you worked out the theme running through them yet? There's a bit of an extra clue as to what this theme is in the cryptic clues you're getting at the 2-point mark. But keep it to yourselves, and I'll reveal all at the end. But Optimus Prime is who that was. Let's drain that puzzle. Look at this. Inca and Ralph are now tied at the top with 80. Toot is a point behind on 79. And Aben, me, and Sam are tied on 74. Clive is not to be dismissed yet either, just 3 points behind on 71. Fluffy, 3 points behind that on 68. There's still 10 points available in this game. Let's see what the next puzzle brings. We're looking for, once again, a fictional character. For 5. That's very charitable. Very charitable depixelation for 5 there, I feel. Very charitable depixelation at 5. For 3 now. Yeah, I mean, I set the values are fixed for the depixelation. Some pictures are more obvious than others. It's very difficult to tell. What I need to do, for 2, this character would be at home on the magic plane of Innistrad, what with all the tombs to raid. Yeah, what I need to do is build a little app that shows you what the pixelation levels are. So if you're writing, you can put a picture in and then do the pixelation so you can actually see. That is, of course, Lara Croft, protagonist from the Tomb Raider games. Yeah, I don't know if writers would be interested in that, if it's worth putting the pixelation software onto its own app. It would have been helpful, yeah, so you can see what it looks like at 5, at 4, at 3, at 2, and at 1. And pre as well. But yeah, I'll add that to the list of things. Add it to the list of things to consider. Build standalone pixelation app to assist writers in pick round of Data League. Yeah, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's Lara Croft from the theme that I'm going to let JR tell us all about at the end of the final question. It is all hotting up here. It is now between Inca, Ralph, and Toot. Advantage with Inca and Ralph, both on 85. Inca's had the lead for all of this game. Ralph has only just caught up to the top spot. 2 is a point behind. Abe and me can hope to tie for silver. Sam can only hope to make the bronze at this point. Depending if it finishes with a tie between Inca and Ralph. If there is a tie between Inca and Ralph, then, well, anything could happen. Clive could be in contention for a medal still. Let's, besides Ben, of course. Am I your Lara as well? Possibly. Final puzzle of the night, everybody. Good luck. We're looking for an historical figure for 5. 2 takes 5. Pressure is on. He's into gold position. For 4 now. Potential for a 3-way tie for gold here if Inca and Ralph... Ralph has got it. Can Inca get there? Not for 4. For 3 now. Inca has been usurped on the last question of the night. He has to settle for the silver, getting it on 3. For 2 points, God does not play dice or magic. Up until recently, this scientist is the only real-life figure to be depicted on a magic card. And we've all got there for a single point. You know who he is. Absolute scenes at the end of the night as Albert Einstein comes out of nowhere. The irony of the scientist deprived of a Data Leak Gold with a scientist question at the end. There is so much irony there to unpick. It is, of course, Albert Einstein. Let's drain that puzzle and put Inca into 2nd place. Well, what an upset at the end there. JR, would you like to tell us all what the theme was running through that? I believe they're all cards from Magic the Gathering. That was an uncard. Oh, Richard Garfield was an uncard. Yes, I believe they're all cards you can play in Magic the Gathering, is that right? You'd be able to confirm that for me, JR, because I do not play Magic the Gathering. I'm not familiar with that universe. But yes, there was a little running theme running through the pictures there, but still a little bit of variety in there as well. All the art there was from Magic the Gathering, Secret Layers, aside from Albert Einstein. Yes, because we were the problem, with theming things is that they all end up being sort of pop culture-ish, so we broadened the scope a little bit, but yes, a nice theme of the artwork of Magic the Gathering. So that is the end of the game. So I press the game over button, and we can see that Inca, despite leading for literally the entire game, has to settle for the silver as 2 puts the pressure on getting the last puzzle for 5. Ralph managed to get it for 4 and tie the gold, but Inca didn't get it till 3 and has to settle for the silver. But we've got a tie in 3rd place. Sam and Abe and me both finishing on 82, claiming that bronze medal. Inca has to settle for the silver with 88, but Ralph and Toot are our winners and gold medalists with 89 points. Very well played. For everyone else, Clyde just missing out on a medal spot there, just missing out by 2 points. For everyone else, we will, of course, convert all of those points into pennies, and they should be saying what you've won on your devices now, I think. Is it saying on your devices what you've won? Or not? Times 5. Thank you, Solomon Dudley. So yes, times your score by 5. That's the pennies you get. They'll be cashed into your penny bank as soon as the credits roll, which will be right about now, because that is the end of the game. Thank you very much to JR for a fabulous pack, and also JR submitted that pack before I'd done the data leak transfer, and then he went back and basically copy and pasted it all again, which I tell you is a ball ache of a job, because the orientation for data leak, it used to go down and now they go across, so JR would have had to go through every individual cell, copy and paste it into the new template. So I'm hugely grateful that he went to the effort of doing that, because it saved me a hell of a lot of time, and because I know that because I did it with Shapes' pack a couple of weeks back. I had to move everything from one cell to the other in the template. Again, it's incumbent on me to do the swap if the new template comes out after the If you submitted your pack or started your pack before I do a template, it's my job to transfer it. But I am always grateful if people take it upon themselves to do it. So thank you, JR. And thank you for the great questions as well. Really, really good pack. And thank you for your back and forth during the proofing process of that. It was, I think, it ended up being a really, really good game with some lovely high scores as well. So I hope you've all had fun with it. That is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to roll the credits and I'm going to pick a raid message and we'll find a raid target. Nico is DJing, so there's a very good chance we're going to go and see him. But yeah, that was Data Leak. I hope you had fun. Thank you again to JR, and I will see you on the other side of the credits. This just in. Clive with the suggestion in the Discord channel could really possibly be bucking the trend a lot here. Consider, seeing as the picture round rarely has big swings in scores, could it possibly be swapped with one of the earlier rounds in the pack? Swap it with round 2, you'd break up the basic 5 clues based round with the 2 unique rounds and hopefully get some more surprise upsets. Well, wouldn't that be interesting? 2 very good reasons to do it there. A slightly swingier final and also breaking up the 2 very similar rounds, putting them bookending the rest of the quiz. I think that's a sterling idea, Clive. I think that's a really good idea. It's something I will probably put out because it's a substantial change to the game rather than a tweak. It's something I will probably put feelers out on before I implement, rather than just barging ahead and doing it. But I think that sounds in principle like a really good idea. I'd obviously need to make a couple of changes to the logic, but not a huge amount. It's probably not more than an hour or 2 to do that, but I think that's a really good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. I don't know if anyone else has any strong thoughts on that. Let me know in the Discord, which you can come and join right there, by the way. That is going to be it for me this evening. I'm going to be back on Thursday with Bidding War by Sam, Hacker by me, and Spotlight by a bit of everyone. I'm also going to be back next Saturday. Ash is going to be here on the Wednesday and Friday, so go give him a follow for the dual finals are starting. Not the grand final, I believe that's a week after, but the finals are starting next week over on Ash's channel. Yeah, Wednesday. Oh, no, it is. The grand final will be Friday. Beg your pardon. So, yes, dual streams, including the final, next week. So, thank you if you've... It's a bit anticlimactic, but yeah, possibly. I think it's because it was so different. I felt it needed to go towards the end of the quiz. Because it's the only one that has a sort of bespoke logic. Everything else, the data and the running of the game is virtually identical. Round 3 doesn't have a category. That's the only little different thing in it. So, but yeah, that's definitely something to consider. Right, I need a raid message, don't I? Raid message. What have we got? Let's take a look. I mean, we've got 2 great ones. I've since filtered some out, but I've got issuing room code since year dot, which is pretty good from JR, and I've lost my appetite as well, also good from JR. Welcome Clive is a good one. I think we're gonna give some points to Bruce for that. Sandrew Lloyd Webber, that was sort of suggested by me, but not really by me. Someone else said it, I can't remember who. We don't talk about Brunost. I've got it down to 3. And I will go with the one that gets the most votes in the chat, and I'll give consolations to the others. So, It'll Break Your Arm by Lupine, Algorithm is a Dancer by Fluffy, and Wibbly Wobbly Lovey Dovey by Fetz. Those are the 3, Wibbly Wobbly, Algorithm, or It'll Break Your Arm. What's going to be our raid message tonight? I'll let you choose. Algorithm, second, which was Algorithm, Wibbly, Lovey Dovey. Okay, that's 3, and then 2 for Wibbly. There's another one for Love. There's 2 for Lovey Dovey and 3 for Algorithm. Any more votes? 3 of 3. What, Wibbly Wobbly? No. Which one? Wibbly Wobbly, Algorithm is a Dancer, or It'll Break Your Arm. I don't know what you're saying now, JR. You're just saying numbers at me at this point. 3 halves. That's 1.5. If no one else is going to vote, I'm going to go with the one that got the most, which was Algorithm is a Dancer. Wibbly Wobbly Lovey Dovey gets... Oh, you were counting, I see. Wibbly Wobbly Lovey Dovey and It'll Break Your Arm get consolation ones, but our raid message is going to be by Fluffy Bunny. Algorithm is a Dancer. There it is. And I think we're going to go raid Nico Hart DJ. Nico's a friend of mine, fairly local to me. He's been off for a while. He's been on holiday abroad, and he's doing a DJ stream. His DJ stream's always really, really good. So if you haven't had enough music tonight with Eurovision in the background, and rather apropos for this raid, absolutely, that makes sense. Nico will appreciate that. So, yeah, if you need a bit more music, non-Eurovision music, we're going to go say Algorithm is a Dancer to Nico Hart, DJ. Great guy, and stick him on in the background. Always really good vibes for him, from him. thanks again to all of the writers for this evening. I think it's been a great night, a great success. Thanks to Sam for Battlefront, to Proogs for Distinction, to JR for Data Leak, and to all the proofing team, Lewis and Topper, for helping out getting it there as well. I hope you've had a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Might catch you on Ash's stream on Wednesday or Friday next week, but if not, I'm going to be back on Thursday for Bidding War, Hacker, and Spotlight, and I do hope you will join me for those. Until next time, as ever, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. You have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. And until next week, take care, peace out, and good night.